And now, TSPN News with Tom Slivick. Comprehensive news because in today's world, you need more than just sound bites. TSPN, streaming on the World Wide Web, and now on demand at TSPNTV.com. Hi everyone, welcome to TSPN's News for today. Today we have a pre-Board of Supervisors report. Richard Forster is going to be giving that report. How are you doing, Supervisor Richard?
Good, Tom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I think we're going to take our break, then we're going to come back.
Okay.
You want to tease people at all before we go?
We got a lot of items today, a lot more than the 3 we had last time. So.
Okay, all right. Stay with us. We're going to find out what the Board of Supervisors is going to be looking at tomorrow, so stay with us. You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.
Maintenance worker in 1979. He went on to be a maintenance worker 3. He was a public works employee at the landfill as an equipment operator, water resources department as a service area manager, public works as a public works inspector, and he split his time with that now, and waste management as a solid waste technician. So Brian's been a good, solid employee for Amador County. He's always been happy, but he's indicated he'd like to move to Hawaii and just kind of hang loose. So I can't blame him after 35 years of working for the county.
Yeah, go for that tan, baby.
Yeah, been a long haul.
Spend some time at the beach combing.
Now's the time to go have a good time.
Okay.
Second up, we're going to have Dr. Wendell Peart in, and Dr. Peart is a doctor of veterinary medicine, but he's also been very active in the county in water and water planning, as well as a number of other areas, but he's going to give a presentation tomorrow on drought safety standard planning. He's been involved in this for many, many years. He's got information in here where he coordinated with a plan and talked to Placer County in the past. He is again talking to Placer County, and what the core of this comes down to is that I think he'll want Amador County to advocate for a plan, a drought safety standard, such as what Placer County has, where they took the base 4-year drought period of 1928 through 1933, and they looked at the lowest point of the reservoirs, and that was their benchmark. And with that, they limited the population growth of the area served for those reservoirs to assure that each family had 1 acre-foot of water. And with that, an acre-foot of water is 326,000 gallons of water. That would serve a family of 5. So with this drought safety standard criteria, you would receive 62,500 gallons of water per person a year, or 178 gallons, let's just say less than 200 gallons of water per person per day. Seems like it's not enough water, but it's plenty based on the standards that they've applied here. And that's having to do with conservation, with just good water planning.
Is this going to help look at what kind of growth you could take and how much water you need for that? Is that the idea, or what is the impetus for that?
It has to do with the amount of people, and he has stated this, or other people have stated it in his documentation, is that at some point California is going to run out of water for the people that they have. There are just too many people coming to California.
Is there anything spoken to the immigration of people, possibly illegal immigration? We have quite a lot of people that come in that we don't really plan for.
Well, that's a part of it. If you look at the birth rate in California and the United States, if you look at the immigration rate of people coming into California, where's your sustainability point? I mean, people always talk about, is something sustainable? I don't think our situation in California is sustainable unless we figure out how much water we have and then apply it to how many people we have. Now, whether our board wants to adopt a policy like that, we'll see, but we'll listen to Dr. Peart and follow through with the discussion from there.
Interesting.
And then we have discussion on an early retirement incentive program for the county. Our CAO, Chuck Eiley, has gone through and identified a group of people, and it's a very large group, that could be eligible for an early retirement incentive program. Basically, they're from all of our units, the management, mid-management, confidential, and miscellaneous, which miscellaneous is SEIU. So as of April 8, 2014, those employees that are within 5 years of retirement would be eligible, and that have worked for the county for a minimum of 5 years would be eligible for early retirement. And I've asked the question, why go for those employees that have only worked for 5 years? Maybe they've only worked 6 years or 7 years. Why would they want early retirement? They may want to go on to a different job someplace else, a change in their
So
life.
in 5 years, you're invested enough if you work for the county to
right.
have a retirement.
That 5 years you are vested. Why would that help? Obviously, it helps if the longer-term employees are the ones that retire. But it would help if some of those employees do decide to retire for whatever reason. It means less employees on our books, and we need to recover about $600,000.
Will it be open for what the retirement packages would be on a person like that, and also a person, say, that would just did the 35 years, the other gentleman?
Well, they'd be
comparisons.
Their incentive would be $1,000 per year of service to Amador County, and that would be placed in an HSA or health savings account for use from their separation from the county. So they would not be able to use that money they get for anything other than health services, which as you get older, that's going to be important.
That's one of your biggest costs.
That's right. So let's say you have an employee that's got, let's make it easy, 10 years on the books, that'd be 120 months. That'd be $12,000 that they would be eligible for money to go into a health savings account. Could that money be withdrawn for anything else? No. It would have to go for their medical plan, medical services, prescriptions, things like that.
Does that plan get passed on, say, on the untimely death of someone, or you can't will that on?
We'll have to ask that question tomorrow. That's one I didn't see. Our CAA put together a list of 2 pages of questions that people might have. I didn't see that. Typically, yes, it is to your significant other. It has to be direct marital relationship or significant other relationship. But the funds would be placed into that account. They would remain untaxed, which is a big benefit. Funds can be spent on healthcare related costs, insurance premiums, co-pays, direct costs. The only difference that he's got in this plan is that the vacation payout and sick leave payout would not be included in the HSA as they were previously. Now that was a benefit to the employees previously because that money was not taxable. By the laws, IRS rules, that money is taxable. It has to be treated as such. So there's nothing the county can do about that. This would be for those employees that decide to begin their retirement no later than July 15th. So employees have some decisions to make. You know, if you're an employee with 30 years of service, that's a lot of money to go in that HSA for use down the road if there are any health issues or for health insurance premiums.
Okay, so that money could be used for paying for health costs, like your premiums on health care?
Only for health care costs.
Okay.
So, and it's non-taxable, though. That's the good part. Board of Supervisors are going to look at 2 issues tomorrow. The first one, I think, will be very easy. It's the board has been from 2008 until today. We have rolled over the resolution that would take our pay from 35% to 40% of the Superior Court judges. Right now, we're at 35% pay level based on what the Superior Court judges are. Since 2008, we have passed resolutions continuously, either for 1 year or 2 years simultaneously, that rolled over that bypass of any pay increase. This is the same thing going from 2014 to 2015, 1 year of passing up that pay increase from 35% to 40% of the Superior Court judge's salary.
Okay, is that the board's way of still stating that we're in an economic slump and they want to be, I don't want to say a part of it, but they want to identify with the people that are in it?
I think it's the board's way of recognizing that that we have a problem in the county fiscally. We have a structural deficit of $600,000. We're part of that solution. So
what is our unemployment rate in the county still? Do you have an idea?
I think our unemployment rate's around 14%, something like that, I'm guessing.
Okay.
So it's got to be there, 13, 14%. But any part of the solution should include the board, and that includes our next agenda item where the board is looking at absorbing the county costs that are paid for our PERS costs. So you have board members that are part of PERS. They get 7%,
Okay.
and they want to, if we can come back to this if you'd
Okay,
like. So.
we'll come back to that item right after this break. Stay with us here on TSPN.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.